Yes, guys, it's nearly last and welcome. In this video, what we're going to be doing is another class setup video where we're mainly focusing around the Kuda. Now, this is one of the particular class setups that I use for the Kuda that can be used on a wide variety of games. You can use it on Team Deathmatch, Kill Confirmed, as you can see now, Domination, Hardpoint, things like that. Certain things that you might want to be able to swap out maybe for different kind of playing styles, but this is just one of the kind of class setups I actually like to use with the Kuda that I find works extremely effectively. So let's just have a look at the actual particular attachments that we're going to be using. We are going to be going with Quick Draw. Now with Quick Draw, obviously we know we're going to be getting that weapon up as fast as we possibly can. Now the thing is, with this particular class setup, we want to be playing aggressive. We want to get up into the enemy spawn, give them something to be thinking about. So with that in mind, we definitely want to be able to try and keep that weapon up as fast as we possibly can, because people are going to be popping up and in and around you, so you definitely want to make sure you got some sort of advantage over them. Then we're going to be moving on to grip. Now with the Kuda, the recoil is not all that bad, but there is a bit of recoil there, so we definitely will be making sure that if we come across 1, 2, maybe 3 enemies, we want to be able to put them down straight away, because if we got us a bit of recoil, it might take a couple of extra shots on the first 1 or 2 people, and that's going to leave you open to the third if you haven't got enough bullets in your actual particular weapon. Then we're going to be moving on to the last attachment that I actually got, and that is going to be stock. Now stock for me, as I said in previous videos, works extremely effectively on the SMGs. It makes you highly mobile. I know with the SMGs you're mobile enough as well, but as soon as you can be able to strafe in and out of particular gunfire, especially with people jumping in and around and whatnot else, it works extremely well, and especially when you're up against, in that spawn area once again. So this is kind of little class, the attachments that we're going to be running with for the Kuda. Now let's have a look at the actual perks. Now the perks that we're going to be going with is Ghost. Now for me personally, with Ghost, even though I'm not running a silencer, because I'm coming up into the enemy spawn, if there's a lot of UAVs up and whatnot else, I want to keep them guessing as to where I am. Now I want to be able to flank up and around. Maybe I'll be dropping out of a window, coming back up underneath the stairs or something, depending on what type of map that I'm actually playing on. And if they've got lots of UAVs up in the air, they can catch me out. I might come across a couple of enemies or get shot in the back or something like that, and that is something that I do not want. So with Ghost, even though I'm not running suppressor, I can actually flank round with them quite easily. And then also with that in mind as well, as soon as I start firing, yes, I might be showing up on the mini-map so they can try and chase me down, but because as you can see I'm constantly on the move, I'm going to give them something to think about. They're going to come running into that space, they're not going to know where I am. Bang, I can come up, circle up around them, I can just take them straight out. So that works for me absolutely brilliantly. Then we're going to be going with fast hands as well. Now with fast hands, obviously with Quick Draw, it works extremely effectively, and that is just going to help us out in those close quarter situations. Then for perk 3, we are going to be going with awareness, which obviously, especially if you are in the particular spawn systems, you want to be able to hear exactly where your enemies are coming from. Now if they're not running dead silence, you can still pick them up. I know it's been nerfed, but it still does work. As long as you got a headset on, you can absolutely listen to exactly where they're coming from quite easily. So for me, that is a pretty much an essential thing if you want to be sitting in people's spawns. Then we're going to be sticking on the wild card and going with dead silence. We want to make sure those footsteps are silent as possible. Obviously with awareness, it doesn't really pick up dead silence anywhere near as well as what it did before. So with our footstep silence and awareness on, we're going to hear exactly where these enemies are going to be coming from. We just circle around and just take people out. So as you can see, quickly for the last one is going to be the specialist. Now for me particular, now with this particular specialist ability, obviously the vision pulse, this is fantastic for being up in the spawn. As soon as you get it, especially getting up towards those top score streaks, you can activate it, find exactly where they are, and if you actually run out of bullets, as you see in there, we can just run around and just start punching people. And that, as you can see, 38 for 6. I did have a little bit of a rough start, I've got to be honest here, before I started, but as soon as I got into my flow with this particular class setup, I just went to town. So for me guys, this is another brilliant one for you guys to go and try out. It's just about to come up on your screen right now for you guys to pause it, stick it in your creator class, go and give it a go, because it is very, very worthwhile actually doing so. But anyway guys, coming up after that is going to be my subscribe button. Make sure you're jumping on that for me, it'd be absolutely amazing, and make sure guys you are smashing that like button to support my channel. This is nearly last, and I'll catch you later.